everybody. All right, we're going to walk through our character and bringing that into Illustrator. Okay, I'm going to start off with I've chosen a sea turtle as my character. And I'm going to walk you through how I would build it into a vector image. My dog. Okay, so we're going to start off with a letter-sized document. Yeah, we don't have to worry about any of that other stuff. Okay, now I'm going to go find my sea turtle. Sea turtle. And I'm going to look around at these images, and I'm just going to hit this tab right here. That's going to show me a list of all the images. And I'm using just a regular character, but you guys can be creative and make it like a real character. You can do a character sketch and then bring that into Illustrator. But this is how I'm going to show you guys how I want you to experiment. Okay, so here is my turtle image. I'm just going to drag and drop it right here. And there we go. All right, so I am going to lock this. I'm going to select that image and I'm going to lock it. If you'll notice, this is a little key command right here. This is the command symbol. It's on your keyboard and the number 2. If you hit number 2 and your command key, it's going to do the same thing as hitting this lock selection. Same thing, okay? I've given you guys a list of command key shortcuts. Okay, so let me get started. All right, I like to work by choosing body parts or parts, but in this instance, it's body parts. So I'm going to do his head first, and then his, what are these, flippers, fins, second, and then I'll do his shell. But I'm going to create this so you guys get an idea of how I work. All right, so my image is locked just so it won't move around while I'm designing. I'm going to start off with the pen tool, and I'm going to do an outline of his head. I'm holding and clicking. I'm pulling out those anchors. You can do it this way or the other way with the curvature tool. Just know how this one works, so I'm going to do it this way. So with the pen tool, there's several different ways to get curved angles. This is just one of the many ways, okay? I'm pointing my clicker and I'm dragging my handles out to create an angle. Righty? And I'm going to do his little neck part too. Okay, so I've drawn his head, but oh my god, now I can't see through it. I can't see what's underneath. So I'm going to make this fill color none. And so I just have a stroke color. I'm going to make that stroke color red or something. Okay, so here's the beginning of his head. I'm going to do some eyeballs now. And once again, I'm using the technique of dragging those handles out. You can also do this technique of drawing segments that are pretty straight and then going back with the curvature tool and popping out some of those curves a little more. Okay, so either way is fine, however you guys want to do it. And it doesn't have to be exact, as always. Alright, so I'm going to give him a little bit of an eyelid right there. Alright, I'm also going to make his face appear much friendlier because it kind of looks like he's frowning. I know that's cheesy, but he just looks happier like that. Okay? And then I'll go back here and I'll just do some really quick. All right, so if I do something like that and I've messed up a little, I'm going to go to my direct selection tool and I'm going to come back and select on that little segment and just lower it down. Once again, the direct selection tool is going to let you mess around with individual points or segments, and the selection tool is going to let you drag the whole entire path. All right, so I'm going to make these little nose holes. All right, so something like that. You see where I'm going. So I'm going to hold my mouse down. I'm going to draw a box around this guy's head. Okay. I'm going to group this. It's also, see my key command? Command G. So now Illustrator knows that I can move this whole thing together as a group. That's what I want to be doing eventually. I'm going to move this over here and I'm going to start messing around with color. I'm going to ungroup it again so I can work on this. All right, so I don't know, what do you think? A super, super light gray? Okay, I want fill color. Maybe a little bit of yellow, like that. All right, his eyeballs, ooh, dark blue. I'm going to go back and mess with his eye color and maybe add a little pop of like a highlight. Okay, so when this happens, like I know his eyeball is under there, but this is a really good point to talk about right now. So this needs to go behind that eyeball, right? I'm going to come up here to Object, Arrange, Send Backwards. Yep, and that's going to go behind that blue eyeball. All right, so using this Arrange is going to come in handy. I'll show you some more tricks later on, but I'm going to color these, I don't know, brownish, and these, I'm holding down the Shift key to select both of these little nostril guys. I'm going to make those that color with nothing, no stroke color, and all three of these. I'm holding the Shift key down and selecting all three so I can, oh, that does not look good. So I can just change the, oh God, that looks awful. Sorry, this is an awful, awful rendition of the sea turtle. Okay, so yes, that looks awful, but yeah. All right, so that's no outline, and I want to give this guy a little bit of depth. I want to add a little bit of value to his head. Value also means shading, right? So I'm going to go in and look at my gradient panel, and I just pop this out like this, okay? Go to Window. I'm going to pop out Gradient. I had popped out my color panel, my character panel, although I don't need it, and my swatches panel prior. So this is the default gradient, this really boring black and white one. So ideally I want the shaded area down below and then the highlighted up above. You can come in here and mess around with the, what is that, like the orientation? A reverse gradient. Reverse gradient position. You can mess around with the angle. I don't even know. Oh yeah, that's cool. And I do not want black and white. So see these little color bubbles right here, like a little watercolor palette? I can drag my colors right into this little circle. See how my cursor changed to a plus? So yeah, actually that looks kind of cool. That does not look good. Fill that with a gradient. Oh, no. Okay, so it's a process, yes, but I want you guys to play around with gradients. Also, for this kind of roundish shape, it might be cool to introduce you guys to the radial gradient. A radial gradient is this, okay? It's either light on the outside, dark in the middle, or dark on the outside and light in the middle. You've probably seen it mostly like that. Oh, that looks awful. Yeah, so I want you to play around with gradients. Linear and radial. Also, adding gradients is an easy way to add value and shape to each individual part of your character. We talked about, okay, group and ungroup. We talked about that. Undo is always Command Z. Where is my undo? Undo. Okay, right here. Gave you that list. Undo is your friend. Let's go back to the module. I'll show you the list of exciting key commands that you might want to familiarize yourself with, okay? Copy, paste, paste in front, paste in back. That's going to copy and paste an object directly on top or below the object that you're copying, okay? So watch this. Copy, paste in front. I'm going to turn this paste in front red. So there's the original guy back there, okay? So mess around with it. These are great little tricks. Select all, cut is good, undo. This is your friend. Group, ungroup. Let's see, did we talk about everything? All right, you guys, please, please email me if you have any questions. Please have fun. This is a good part of your summer. Have a good time and let me know.